A lot of artists make a huge mistake when it comes to improving at art. And you're probably doing this too. I'm guilty of this as well. And that is, we know too much. We've seen too many things. We've opened Pandora's box. And how do we open Pandora's box? It's something called the internet, and there is infinite amount of knowledge and information there. And why is this a problem? Is because it's too much. We know too much information. When we sit down to go make art, and it can become overwhelming and basically paralyzing. Analysis paralysis is what they call it. And you just get stuck and you don't know what to do. Or it's either you can't do anything or you're too hard on yourself because you know what's good. You know the ceiling. Maybe not the ceiling, but you know what high level art looks like because you've studied learning what makes it good, how to improve at it, how to get better at it. So you become like really, really critical on yourself, and everybody is their own worst critic. So we can become really critical on ourselves, and we might not even start. And the more and more information we learn, the more overwhelming it's going to be. So how do we prevent ourselves from getting overwhelmed? There's several things you can do. The first thing to do is stop watching so much videos and content on things. So stop trying to absorb all this information. Then the next step to do, or the next thing to do, would be write down what you want to learn or improve at. You can either figure this out by looking at the art that you've made or just figuring out something you want to do. And that's it. Just write it down. You don't have to write it down, but it will help. So something else you can do is to look at something you've already made hopefully just recently, or make something right now and look at it and decide like, okay, what is wrong here? What do I want to improve at? Is there a problem? And think about what it might be. And then once you have an idea on what it is, let's say you're drawing portraits and you just don't know what's right. Maybe go watch a video on how to draw portraits. And hopefully it's a good video because there's a lot of garbage out there. But that's besides the point. Go watch a tutorial, learn how to draw a face, and then come back and draw it. This can be anything. Okay, let's say we went in, figured out what we want to learn, and now we're going to go look it up. So here's another issue that could happen as you're learning things, is you go watch a video, and let's just say you just watch the one thing, and that's it. And you're like, okay, now I know better. Really what you need to do is, instead of just watching it, is to make some notes on it, or recreate the things that they did, or redo let's say we're doing a face tutorial, just copy their steps and see what you come up with and practice it and do it and apply it. Or if it's a tips and tricks video, apply some of the tips and tricks to when you're working next time. And do it right away. Just do these things immediately. The sooner you can take the information you got and apply it to something, you are going to have that knowledge just be so much more effective. And then beyond that, make sure it's something that's relevant. Like we already covered this. Make sure it's relevant to something to your art that you make already and the projects that you're working on. And that's kind of my idea of going and looking at something you made recently, or just make something right now and do it, is because you'll see that there's a problem, and then you go find the answer for it and then apply the answer right away. And you're just going to learn way faster because you're just being more deliberate with your work, with your learning. Some things, it will only take 1 or 2 tries to get it right. Other things are going to take a while. Like if you want to draw a specific subject like a face, spend time doing more of that, doing a lot of it, and not all at once. You have to spread it out and try and keep it focused to one or two things at a time. So to recap everything, the biggest mistake that artists make when learning is there's so much information. We learn all this stuff, but we don't ever use it. When we sit down to actually start working on our art, it can become overwhelming because there's so many things and ideas and things to do and learn about and practice that you know way too many things and you can't seem to decide on what to do. Or you do make stuff and you're really critical on yourself because you know all this other stuff that would make it better, but you just haven't spent the time practicing it. And this can end up making us demotivated and not want to do the work or make art at all, and maybe give up. And all you really need to solve this problem is to just be more intentional with your learning.